Hi again, and welcome to Upper Cervical Sioux Falls. So you just received your first correction. Now I want to go over some things that you can expect, things that you could see, and just go through things to do, what not to do, all that sort of stuff. So again, congratulations on your first correction, and we have a handout that we'll be attaching to this. So this first page here, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, it's backwards, but this is what you'll be receiving. This first page talks all about going through, and just a congratulations on the first correction and talking about process-wise what to expect. So I'll let you read through that one on your own. The second page, we're going to go through a little bit more in depth here. And this one says, the heading is what to expect after your first adjustment. And so the tough thing is after the first adjustment, everybody responds a little bit differently. And so, but we're going to go through some of the most common things of what to expect. So the first bullet point here is anywhere from mild to intense muscle changes. And the reason for that is your body is going right to work. I used to do leg checks right after the first adjustment, after we rest, and what I found is that they come right back to even, and that happens really quickly. But because of that, muscles have to change in order to hold this new position. So I have had some people come back in and say, gosh, I'm sore. I feel like I got a new workout or I did something different. And that's actually a really good sign that what we did is working. So that's the first thing. Next bullet point there is the healing process starts immediately. And because of that, some people feel more tired or fatigued at first. And the body just goes right to work and just really takes action after that first adjustment. The third bullet point here is sometimes the body starts to detox or just get rid of junk gummed up in the system. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water as you run through that process. And then we're going to jump down some other things that you may feel. Sometimes people just report thinking more clearly. Others, they feel a better posture. They feel more balanced. And so the biggest thing is I want you to watch for new or different. So jumping all the way down to the bottom of that page, it says keep track of anything that seems new or different, whether that be with the complaints that you came into the office with, whether that be some of the other things that we've talked about here, sleep-wise, muscular changes. Just kind of keep your eyes on the whole thing there. So that's that page. Do's and don'ts, some things to keep in mind here. I always talk about sleep positions. And so there's one that I would say really try and stay away from. The other one, the better ones I would say are to sleep on your back is 1A, to sleep on your side is 1B. The one to stay away from is on your stomach. It's just counterproductive to the muscles and the ligaments, so we're trying to change there. So try and stay off the stomach. The next question I get a lot of times is, well, what pillow should I sleep with? And I don't think that there's one pillow that's like, oh, this works for everybody. So I always go more by guidelines here. If you're sleeping on your side, fill this space with pillow. So you're not down, you're not up, you're neutral as you lay there. If you're on your back, just something that gives you good support here. Not that puts you up here and pushes the head forward, but just something that gives you good support, especially underneath the neck. If you go by those guidelines, you'll do well and you won't hamper any headway that we're making. So the next couple here, I want you to just lay low for a little bit, especially no work or lifting over the head, no exercise that puts stress on the neck or back. And again, the reason being here is it's not that I want to take things away from you, but I want to reduce variables. And if things are sore, I want to know it's from what we did. If things are 10 times better, I want to know it's from what we did. The next few bullet points here, the next one says, don't take any medications within 2 hours. I would preface that by saying, don't take any pain medications. Watch caffeine. And then the third thing is nicotine. So I asked for 2 hours before the appointment without these three things, and we'll be able to get a good, accurate scan. Sometimes these things can throw off some of our testing that we do for the next visit. So again, pain medication, caffeine, nicotine, not that you can't do any of these, but especially give me 2 hours before the appointment without those. The next one says, don't let your neck get too hot or too cold. And so I always ask that you don't use ice packs or heat pads at this point. And the reason is, again, your brain is going to be telling the muscles to work differently. You go and throw an ice pack, heat pad on here, your brain says, wait a minute, I was changing that muscle. Now what do you want me to do? It's just another stimulus your body has to work through. So try and stay away from that. And again, some people will say, well, what if I need that? And what I would say is, you live in your skin, not me. So if you need it, it's there. But if you can get away without it, better. The last one that I'll go through here on don'ts is, don't expect us to treat your symptoms. Now, to some people that sounds a little funny at this point, but we've already talked about, we're not here to treat your symptoms. Now, if I didn't expect to see your symptoms improve, I want to take you on. So I fully expect that. However, our goal is to treat the cause of the symptoms, not just the symptoms themselves. So again, know that that's our goal, is to treat the cause of the symptoms. Do's here. Do sleep on your back or your side. Make sure that we're getting plenty of rest the next few days. Getting plenty of water. And then the next thing here is, we've already done this at your appointment, is to schedule that next visit. And so the things that we want to go over there or on the next visit are, what have you felt? What have you felt new or different? Before that, we're going to take a look at objectively what I see new or different with our tests. We'll talk about subjectively what you felt, and then we'll go through kind of plan of action. Where do we go from here? How do we get in front of this problem and explain all of that? So again, keep your eyes on things, and I expect to see some changes, and we'll go through that on your next visit. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.